My parents have like it's like a recent no, I shouldn't say it's probably like a 15-year-old TV. Every time we try to they try to watch stuff with the kids, they have to use like three different controllers. It's so slow. And I'm like, I'll buy you a new TV for Christmas. And they're like, no, we don't want a new TV. I'm like, you're making your life horrible.
Just
Like, why
just buy them a
not?
new TV. They're never gonna
I
like
They
think I'm buying
say
it.
do it. Just
they're
do it.
not they're
Right,
never gonna do it because they're used to like they know, oh, I have to use this controller, I have to use this controller. Like
right.
they're scared of change.
Listen,
Even if change makes things easier.
I don't know what's worse, that situation at your parents' house or my parents have a nice TV
Never use
and
it.
the TV's always on at my parents' house. The TV is always fucking on. If I ever go to my parents' house, it doesn't matter what they're watching. I guess unless they're doing a streaming service, because that's just going to do the automatic resolution no matter what. They're watching fucking cable in regular definition
Yeah,
on
same
like
with
a
my
giant
parents.
TV.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it literally prompts you to just press OK and it will put you to like the correct place you need to be to like have regular HD bullshit.
Usually it's just like instead of channel 50, put 550.
Yes, I know.
Right.
Just add.
They won't click on it.
just add the number
They
at the
won't click
beginning.
on it. It drives me insane. If I ever go there and I'll just pick up the remote and just change the channel on them, and
Right.
they don't even notice. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is so grainy. On like it's not even in the right aspect ratio because the TV's too big. And it's like black bars across the sides. I'm like, what are we doing? What is happening right now? It drives me nuts.
They don't they're just little baby boys. They don't know the difference.
They don't know any better. Yeah, I don't know. To go back to what we were talking about before we went live. Yeah, it's a shame. Apple TV it's got to be one of the lowest subscribed like streaming services. I don't know if it's the lowest, but it's got to be one of the lowest. And it's a shame because like I'm sure maybe it got a bump for Ted Lasso because it was such a breakout, wide appeal show. But things like Mythic Quest that I think are fantastic probably would do a lot better on a different platform that just had more active people on it. Shrinking, which I think is another fantastic show for the most part, would also probably do a lot better if it had a platform that was just had more users on it. And then Severance is another one that like I do think as I continue to watch Severance, I don't know how long they can like depending on how this season ends. I don't know if Dom feels a certain way about this too, but depending on how this season ends, I hope they don't artificially elongate the show. Like I feel like this type of show
I feel like they've already come out and said that they have an end in mind. Like they're only doing 3 seasons.
Okay, good. I feel like because it's the same thing that Barry. Like I was mad when Barry ended, but like they kind of knew what they wanted to do and did it, and that's it. And it's like I kind of wish more shows and more platforms, networks, whatever, had the faith to let showrunners and writers do that and let other people come up with new shows and ideas because Severance is a thing that, you know, if they were to like artificially push that forward, I feel like it would very quickly become I don't know. Like I think we're for the most part past the Lost days where I think Lost, if it was a show that got created now, maybe wouldn't have had less of a divisive end last few seasons. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think you know what? I love Lost. I kind of want to go back and revisit it, but I think that like people were kind of just bullshit with the end because they called it from the beginning and then they tried to play it off like what they were doing at the end was not what people called at the beginning kind of thing. You know, like
Yeah, I do feel
the fucking J.J. Abrams special.
I do,
Oh no! Benedict Cumberbatch isn't Khan. I don't know what you're talking about. He's playing whatever they named that character.
that is a J.J. Abrams thing too. That's funny.
And then, hey, you guess what, bro? My name's Khan. Guess what? Nobody in the Enterprise knows who the fuck that is. Nobody cares.
I just think. Oh, go ahead, Todd.
I was gonna say on Apple TV, I heard Silo's really good. Slow Horses
I've
is
been
supposed to be amazing.
I did hear Silo is also very good.
Slow Horses is like it has like some of the highest reviews I've seen for a show. And then there's also disclaimer with Kate Blanchett, which is supposed to be good, presumed innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal, but like there's no platform for any of these shows to really take off. No one talks about them ever.
Well, that's the thing. Is I feel like, go ahead, Dom. That no one uses Apple TV.
I was just gonna say I have the list for like the updated list for January of 2025. Netflix is at number 1. Amazon Prime at 2, Disney Plus at 3, Max at 4, Paramount Plus at 5, Apple TV at Hulu at 6, Peacock at 7, Apple TV is at 8.
That's
with an
Wait, why-
estimated
no
25 million.
surprises there.
Why is
No
Amazon
surprise.
Prime? Is Amazon Prime just because everyone has Amazon Prime? So it's just
Probably.
like
Yeah, once
Yeah.
you like,
Yeah.
it's probably just takes those numbers into account.
I'm surprised Hulu's so low though.
Well, it's getting wrapped up into Disney, so like it's kind of odd that it's still separate, but like it's
Right.
Yeah,
I
essentially.
mean, I don't really ever open the Hulu app unless I have to watch something
yeah.
there. And honestly, now I don't know how well integrated it is into the Disney Plus app. It's probably just there if I wanted to watch something that was on Hulu.
mostly.
Yeah, so I don't know. The last thing I opened Hulu for was Only Murders in the Building. I don't even know what else I would have to turn on Hulu for. Maybe if there was a specific anime. That's probably it, to be honest, for me at least. I can't think of anything else. Disney Plus
what did
I
I
barely
have?
open. Disney Plus we it's pretty
for?
much just a Simpsons machine for us at the moment. I should probably
Yeah.
cancel Paramount Plus because I don't use it and I still pay for it.
Yeah, I probably could cancel a couple of these, but there's always something that the kids want to watch on
Yeah.
one of those. There's always something. I think I could get away with canceling Hulu now that it's like on Disney
Integrated,
Plus.
yeah. Where was Max on that list, Dom? Did you say Max?
I
Well,
did.
It was like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Max is
6,
4.
7.
HBO has, I mean, it has legacy stuff on it, but it has newer stuff that I feel like we end up dabbling in. Probably more Jen than I do. She watches a few different shows that are currently airing on it, like The Sex Lives of College Girls. There's another show she watches that's like fuck. It's
HBO Max is the only streaming service I don't have at this point.
People loved Penguin.
People do
Yep.
like that.
White Lotus is HBO, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jen
Maybe?
watched White
Oh,
Lotus.
is it?
I didn't
Really?
watch White Lotus.
Succession.
Succession I started. I should go back and finish it at some point. There's another show that she watches though. It's called it's like If You're Something, I think is what it's called. It's like Midwest, like, oh my gosh. I don't know how else to describe the show. It's like a woman comedian, and I don't know if it's based on her life or what, but I'm just gonna text Jen because I don't even know how to Google it.
I do keep meaning to watch Righteous Gemstones.
Ah, man, same.
Yeah. And I have to finish Creature Commandos. I did start it.
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever watched the end of it.
Oh, I think Hacks is also on Max. Jen watched that. She liked that show a lot. It's like about, I think it's supposed to be maybe based on Joan Rivers.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But it's like a comedian, a woman comedian. The show I was talking about before is called Somebody Somewhere. So
I
I don't know.
heard of that one.
Jen likes that. I've watched a little bit of it with her. I've watched a little bit of the Sex Lives of College Girl with her too. I think the Sex Lives of College Girls show is either written by Mindy Kaling or it's like executive produced by her. I think it's based on her life, or like loosely based on her college experience.
I want to see that new what's it called? Beavis and Butthead guy. His show.
Oh, Common Side Effects.
Mike Judge.
Yes. Yeah, Mike Judge. Yeah.
Yeah, I should watch it. It just started like a couple weeks ago, so there are maybe 2 or 3 episodes out.
Yeah, I don't know. Severance is really good. I can't speak more highly of another show that's ongoing currently that I really Severance is a fucking jam. It's if it keeps going the way it's going, it's going to easily be one of my favorite shows of all time. It's so good. But Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about streaming services too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening, I forgot what day it was, is the anime senpai himself. Some call him Martini Mike, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been watching a lot of travel vlogs again for an eventual trip to Japan. So I've just been watching a bunch of things, and I stumbled upon a few different.
Wait, did you also text Brenden today?
I did not.
Why did you? Are you doing the same thing?
Mike texted me earlier and essentially was like, "I'm thinking about going to Japan like in a month."
In a month?
Well, Star Wars Celebration is in April.
Oh, you're gonna get on a plane? Dude, they're all crashing. Fuck that.
Yeah, I might have to take a boat.
Wait, you're planning on going in a month, Mike?
As I had said to him, I was like, listen, Star Wars ticket celebrations, they're like $50 a day. So I could pay to go for like a day or two, and then I can use the rest of the money towards actually flying, and then I'll just have to sleep on the street somewhere.
By yourself? You're gonna do that trip by yourself?
I cannot stress enough, the text was made, I wouldn't say in jest, but it was not like a serious like, I'm gonna do this. It was more like, boy, I wish I could do this.
Okay, here's my suggestion, Mike. Let's try to plan on going to a Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim. Is that where it is? Anaheim?
I mean, it depends.
Oh, do they move it every year? I
Yeah.
thought it was always in Anaheim.
No, it's in Japan this year.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm confused why.
Sense.
With the way Star Wars is going, I'm confused why anyone wants to go fucking celebrate Star Wars.
All right,
That's what
Todd.
I'm confused.
All right, Todd.
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
Here we go.
I don't think I'm
They've
wrong.
They've been having celebrations since before Star
They
Wars
should
came
stop.
back.
Yeah, they should definitely stop that at this point.
Okay, Todd. Let's try to go to the next U.S. one, Mike, and then we can drag Dom, and then maybe Todd, and he'll cry the whole time. Because we should probably go to Japan to not go to Star Wars Celebration, to go to Japan and do other shit.
Well, I could do other things.
Yeah, but you want to waste the whole day doing that while you're in Japan? You're already gonna lose a day on the flight there.
And then at night I can walk to Shibuya because I don't have to invade any palaces.
No, Morgana's just gonna keep saying, "Time to go to bed, Mike. Time to go to bed, Mike. Let's go."
Don't worry, I'm already past like the second palace.
Okay.
So and then I'm also gonna have Becky come by.
Well, jeez,
Full
Mike.
House?
Yeah, Full House. No, Mike's trying to do some laundry. Let's like realistically plan a trip to Japan for next year, and like do it big time. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to be in World War III by next year, so I don't think
I don't want to think about that. Anyways, no, Mike didn't text me about Japan, but I occasionally will go through like spurts of, I'm going to do more research and watch some vlogs and like make some notes about places I want to go and like restaurants, whatever. And I stumbled across this YouTube channel, which I kind of liked how he like was doing his videos. And it was just on good bars in Japan. And one of these bars, Mike, and I'll remember to show it to you the next time we're in person, or maybe we'll watch it after this. I don't fucking know. But there's this bar that is just primarily different espresso martinis. It's just an espresso martini bar. And I was like, oh, Mike's going to fucking lose his mind. And like the drinks all looked incredible. So anyways, that's why they call you Martini Mike.
That'd be interesting. If only for me to find like espresso martinis that I don't like. Because if you had that many options, then I'm going to find one like, all right, now I know this is not for me.
I mean, you just learned recently about creamy martini, espresso martinis,
That's
right?
true.
Wait,
that is true.
How does Todd know that?
Wait, where
that story?
I was at the wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah, I probably said it at the wedding.
Yeah.
The creamy martini thing?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, I probably recounted the
She
story.
asked if he wanted it creamy, and he was like, "That's an option."
Wait, that happened at the wedding? That's where that happened? I don't.
No.
It's not where it
Where
happened.
did that happen though? I don't know where it
But
happened.
Todd definitely wasn't there when that happened.
I
No,
was
he wasn't
definitely
there.
Todd doesn't go anywhere.
was
I'll
like-
text Todd, be like, "Hey, me and Mike are gonna go here," and then Todd's like, "Oh, I don't know.
I
the
can't.
kids."
I never
Yeah,
can. I'm
okay.
fucking glued to the kids.
Okay, all
Guess
right.
who's not home again tonight? I'm
Okay,
in. Guess
okay,
who's not home
okay.
tomorrow night? I'm in. Guess who's fucking never home? I'm in.
Anyways,
Todd's a real stay-at-home dad. I respect that.
also joining us tonight is the fucking always at home
Stay-at-home dad.
stay at home dad, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
Love it.
Living
Rounding
the
us out-
stay-at-home dad dream.
Staying out, yep, that's that guy. Rounding us out, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Love it. We got a great show for you tonight. But before we get into that, a couple of quick housekeeping things. We got why are you laughing, Mike? Mike's smirking. It's throwing me off.
This is just how I look.
Okay, all right. We had a great show for tonight. A couple of quick housekeeping things. The PTC Movie Club for this month is my pick, and it is The Boy and the Heron. So if you want to watch that, it is on one of those many streaming services we talked about at the beginning of the show. I believe it is on Max. So if you have Max, want to watch it there, or is it on Max? Yeah, it's on Max. I'm pretty sure it's on Max. Is that my microphone making that noise?
I hope so.
Any of you hear a noise? Like a
What is it?
Sounds like a creaking noise. Okay, I don't know what that was. Anyways, great podcast. Watch that. We'll talk about it at the end of the month. Other quick housekeeping things. Super Bowl's over, but I made a Kendrick drink, so go look at that over at passthecontroller.io if you want to make that tasty drink. I guess we can go over the points from last week, since the points. Where did I keep that note? The points were not something that we did on the show because we did a Super Bowl halftime show pick 3 for what songs we thought. Where did I write this down? Well, I guess we're going to go off the honor system because I think I threw away the piece of paper that was on my desk.
I think I texted you, right?
No, I'm pretty sure I wrote it down, unless it's in my trash barrel, like in front of me. Let's find out.
I straight up don't remember what I said.
I think
I
I
know I
got.
got off.
I think I got 5 of them right.
Dom
I got all-
Dom got all of them right. No, it was sitting here on top of my trash barrel. So, let's see.
I got all 3 right.
So basically, for the point update, and then we'll do more points at the end of the episode. Where the fuck is the leaderboard? So the way it stands right now, you guys are letting Todd run away with this. Todd's in first place with 6 points. Dom's in second with 3. Mike's in third with 2 points. Predictions. Nope, that's a different thing. So we did. Each of us picked 3 songs. Whoever got any of them correct got a point per song. Todd said All of the Stars. That's a big old check mark. Said TV Off. Big old check mark. And DNA. DNA? Yeah, he did DNA.
Yeah.
I think it did DNA and Humble. Because I remember like being
Yeah,
wishy-washy
it did,
like-
about both of them, and I might have.
So that's a 3-pointer for Todd. Mike said TV Off, correct. Humble, correct. And not King's Dead, though, Mike. Not
Damn.
King's Dead. I said 30 for 30, which is a no. I said Squabble Up, which is a yes. And I said Rich Spirit because I'm an idiot. So I got 1 point. But my points don't really matter. And Dom, I think, also was a 3-pointer. Let me look at our text. Do you remember?
No, I also had 30 for 30, but I had Squabble Up and TV Up.
Squabble
Or
Up and-
Squabble Up and, yeah, I think Squabble. Oh, and Luther.
And Luther, okay. So Dom got 2, Mike got 2, I got 1. So that puts us at a new total for tonight before we get into the final game later, with Todd at 9, Dom at 5, and Mike at 4. And I get 1 little baby boy point. So there's that. Back in the trash you go. Okay. So yeah, we'll do more game at the end of the episode. If you don't know what that is, you'll find out if you stick around to the end of the episode. But let's get right into, I guess before we get into anything else, since we're already talking about the Super Bowl, we don't have to go long on it, but I don't know if anyone has any opinions or thoughts on the game or any thoughts they want to share. I'm just happy the Chiefs lost. So I don't know if anyone else has any opinions about the game or not.
Hey, go Birds! Am I right, boys?
But...
Go Birds.
Were you
Eglaes Eagles?
Were you leaning either way, Dom? Did you care the outcome in this game, or
Not especially.
are you a Mahomes fan?
No.
Okay.
Huge.
Are you happy that Mahomes lost?
Huge.
Huge.
I don't really care one way or the other, honestly.
I don't care either. I just am annoyed with.
It would have been.
Oh, is that me doing that, or is that Dom breaking up?
Dom, oh no, we lost him. Taylor's still
Yeah,
there.
he's still there.
Oh, he's
He's
here.
there.
I'm here.
You cut out for a second.
Oh, I said it would have been nice if they showed up to the game. That's all.
Yeah, it was a blow up. People, I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh, well, they made it closer at the end." It's like, my guy, those last couple points don't really count. They took the quarterback out. They already dumped the Gatorade on the coach. Like, they were checked out of that game when you scored that other touchdown and a half or whatever it was.
I believe they brought out the bench at that point. They're like, hey, listen, we already won. Like, let
They
the other
took the
kids.
I'm pretty sure they took the quarterback out. Right? There was like 3.5 minutes left. Anyways, what about this halftime show? All right, before you get to the halftime show, what do you think of the commercials? I think it might have been some of the worst fucking Super Bowl commercials of all time. They were bad. Like, I don't know if there were any like memorably.
I think no one even talked about the commercials.
I don't think
the
they
next
were
day.
good. I think they were pretty bad. I was even kind of disappointed with the Dun Kings one. They hyped it up. They had all these other people join in, and I was like, what is this?
The Dun King one. The Dun
Kings one is still going on, which is the weird part. I feel like they only showed the one with Bill Belichick, right?
Oh,
did they
there
show
are
the
more
Paul
parts?
Revere part?
There's like a full like 6. I mean, maybe not 6. But there's like a long version of the commercial, which confused me because in the commercial, Jeremy Strong is like method acting or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking soak in the beans and become one with the. So like they established that, and then he comes out as Paul Revere and starts doing his thing. And then he breaks character, I think, because he's like, yeah, people are throwing me off. But it's as if it is the Mark Strong who is in the commercial. You know what I mean? Like, there's the Mark Strong. It's
Jeremy
Mark
Strong or
playing-
Mark Strong?
Yeah, Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong. I knew I was going to get that confused because, like, even when I look at Jeremy Strong, I'm like, you look kind of like Mark Strong. Yeah, Jeremy Strong playing Jeremy Strong. And then Jeremy Strong playing Paul Revere. I don't know. There are several layers, and at some point I'm like, okay, so what are we doing with this? I just got confused.
Okay.
It's not going to stop me from buying Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I'm just going to say I was confused. You should have gotten
stop
that.
yourself from buying Dunkin'.
I just want to have a good time. Like last year's Super Bowl commercial with fucking Brady and everyone else that was in that commercial. Like that was a very funny I had a good time with that commercial. This one
It was a
like,
great time, and
whatever.
now we
I
got
don't think I
divorced,
watched
so now
any of
we
the
can't do that
commercials.
anymore.
Wait, what'd you say?
What's this? I think. I'm sorry.
Well, didn't he? Aren't him and J-Lo getting divorced again or something?
Yeah, you can still
Yeah,
do
right,
fun times without fucking
I
J-Lo.
know, but I feel like that first one hinged so much on her, like being in the middle of recording something, and then he showed up and he was like, "I'm gonna record something." That was fun.
They could have did something else. Listen, if James Gunn was smart, he'd have like them like a pretend set of like Superman and have him show up as like I don't know, Dun King Batman or some bullshit. It'd be fun. It'd be a
That's
fun
too
time.
much.
It'd be a fun
I
time.
don't know. I think the Superman trailer that we got was pretty good.
The one that was at the Puppy Bowl.
Yes, and it only showed Guy Gardner.
Yeah, he's just like posing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think that-
Yeah, because I mean, and this was good marketing. Superman for the super part of the Super Bowl, and then for the bowl part of the
his
Super
bowl
Bowl,
cut.
got his
Oh,
bowl
yes.
cut.
Is that good marketing though?
It worked on Mike.
Yeah, it worked on me. the
Someone
guy-
that's already going to see that movie.
The guy
It
that
worked
was
on Mike.
already going to go see the movie.
and famously does not work in marketing or
Nope.
an advertisement.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even think of a commercial that stood out to me or I'm thinking about now, other than
Fiasco?
being disappointed by Dun Kings. What was that, Dom?
Chasmo.
Chasmo.
The
Oh
Tim-
yeah, but that was so late in the game. I was so like fucking check. That was like
There's also an extended version of that one.
okay. I did not watch that. I should watch that. But that was like so late in the game. I was so like basically after the halftime show, I was a little bit invested in seeing if like the Chiefs were gonna come out reinvigorated and turn the game around, and then it just fucking didn't happen. And I was basically on my phone for the rest of the night. I was like, I don't even know why I'm watching this game. This is so boring. I only kept it on because I wanted to make sure they didn't come back. I just wanted to make sure they lost. So I was talking a lot of shit.
I was talking a lot of shit, and I had some checks to cash.
Bye, Dom.
Bye, Dom. Yeah, I did not watch the game at all. I only watched the halftime show, and like
Oh, I
didn't
watched
even
the
go on my
halftime show too.
I didn't even go on my way to like watch commercials afterwards. So
You didn't miss much,
Well-
I would say.
well, here's the
in
thing,
both
is that-
regards.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I had heard in passing, so I didn't go on my way to watch it, but I have seen parts of it on TV later. Whatever, I think it was a Mountain Dew commercial where Seal as a seal.
Yes.
Yes.
So I mean, I caught that, and people seem to be very upset by that one.
Yeah.
Everything seemed AI generated
Jen,
these commercials.
Jen sent me a meme that was like a picture of the seal from that commercial, and it said like, "This is what all Marvel movies look like to me," and I can't stop fucking laughing at it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the commercial was good, but sure, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying like it's the only commercial I've heard anybody talk about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably true, to be honest. There was not a lot of, not a lot.
Oh yeah, and the Kanye one.
Oh
I
well,
didn't
yeah,
see
but that's
that air.
I didn't see it
see
air
it.
either. But I know what everyone's talking about. It must have aired when I was not in the fucking room or cooking fucking chicken wings or something, because I don't remember seeing it come on the TV. Unless
The shirt was sold out by the time I tried to add my card.
Jesus. Unless it didn't air on Fox and it was only on like some other platform people were watching it on. I don't know how commercials work on like Tubi or wherever other people were watching the fucking Super Bowl. So
I have no idea.
yeah. But I don't know. How do you think about this halftime show? Then we can
I
move
thought
on.
it was one of the better ones of the last. I liked it better than the Snoop and Dre and everyone.
I think they were very. I think they were very different shows. I still like the Dre and Company one, but the Kendrick one is like, for me, it's the best Super Bowl show I've ever seen.
It was
Definitely up
good.
there.
I just can't help but feel like I wonder what it would have been like to be there, because like the way it was shot, like it looked really good on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know how it looks like for people who were just in the stadium watching it be performed.
Yeah, it was definitely, like, honestly, it was incredibly cinematic the way it was shot. Like, it was so awesome. Like, I have rewatched it many times since last Sunday, and I don't know. I think I appreciate it more every time I watch it. Like, just there's so much going on.
Why is Serena Williams dancing so iconic? Like it's like
Bro,
one of my
it's
favorite
it's
things
the
about
best
this
dance.
show.
It is so good. It is so
Every
good.
time I've watched that over and over again. That whole part when he goes on, when they start it up, and then she pops out. I'm like, oh my god, this is so good.
Honestly, the last like 3-4 minutes, like I think the whole thing is amazing. But that last like 3-4 minutes where Samuel Jackson pops up, and then they like stop teasing that they're gonna play Not Like Us, and the way he leads into the song with like the lyrics he says, because that's not part of the song. He's like, I'm riding, I'm sliding, whatever the fuck he says, and he's like two-stepping forward with like the few backup dancers behind him, and then like the song just comes in and he starts doing that, cuts to Serena, and then it like, you know, the everything everyone is memeing, which is him fucking staring at the camera, smiling, saying "Say Drake," like, and then all that song through, and then it breaks from that into TV off. It's just like that whole back part of that performance is just, it's so fucking good.
So, as I understand it, these performances at the Super Bowl can be nominated for an Emmy, correct?
Yes, and I really fucking hope it at least gets nominated.
I want it to win and I just want it to also become a musical. So I want the possibility for Kendrick to become like an actual
EGOT.
EGOT.
Yes, that would be incredible.
Based on just his feud with Drake.
Wait,
Yes.
I mean, he is doing a musical movie with the South Park guys, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Isn't he, like-
I think
true.
for the Tony,
But-
you have to actually be on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I guess maybe that musical could eventually then get turned into a thing, and if he's tied to it, then I guess, yeah, maybe he'd have it. I don't know if you have to star in it, or I guess if he's like producing
I've
the
never
show.
watched the Tonys, so I don't know how it works.
I bet if he's like considered the writer or producer of it, he would probably, and it could get nominated in that category.
If he makes music for it.
Yeah, okay, that would be fucking crazy. That would be crazy. Like we're talking about someone that has like 23 Grammys, potentially maybe fucking an EGOT if all that shit happened, and he has a fucking Pulitzer. Like that's fucking crazy.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't know. I love the performance, like front to back. It was phenomenal. It was poignant. The imagery, incredible.
So for me, I didn't like it as a Super Bowl halftime show only because this felt a lot more like performance art versus like a spectacle.
That's kind of why I like it more, to be
Hey,
honest.
I don't like the spectacles. I think,
But for TV, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Mike said, like for a Super Bowl halftime show, I feel like I don't know, and maybe this is just because like it's been that way for so long. The only one to compare the Kendrick one to is The Weeknd's, and that was only because it was during COVID, and it was like
kind of like the Weeknd one too. Though.
Yeah.
Like I like.
Yeah.
When,
But again, like it's
like
built
I hate
for TV.
I hate like the Katy Perry one on the horse or the Rihanna. Like I don't care about. Like I didn't like any
I
of
like
those
the
ones.
Rihanna one. The person that the lady that did like the design for the Kendrick, or like created the show with them, because it was their design and their whatever. But the lady that like creates all that, she also did the Rihanna one. I don't know if she's done other ones too, but I know she did.
I remember so little of the Rihanna one besides her.
I don't remember
floating on the
anything
platform.
from.
Oh, Usher
Any
came
of
out
them.
on hers. I think.
No,
And,
Usher
like,
was
people-
his own. No, Usher was.
No,
his
Usher
own.
had his own last year.
Wait, but who sang? Didn't someone sing with Rihanna when she was like pregnant and like people were like, I can't believe Usher was touching her like that or something like that.
I don't
That
think
was
they. I
Usher
don't even think
and
they have a
Alicia
song
Keys.
together.
That was Alicia Keys. Okay.
Yeah.
Usher and Alicia Keys during Usher's show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone may have come out during Rihanna. I don't remember if they did or not. But yeah, I don't know. I can understand that, but as someone who wasn't at the Super Bowl and was sitting on my couch, I was like, this is incredible. And I for those exact reasons too, like I think personally I appreciate it even that much more, that it is like very subversive to what you would probably expect a Super Bowl halftime show to be in general. Like it was, like Kendrick has plenty of like more mainstream popular music that he didn't like. He wasn't just doing those types of songs too. Like he did stuff that was way more.
He did it as part of the performance.
Yes, yeah, but like things like "Man at the Garden," where he did that with like them harmonizing around the like street lamp, like that. That's not
No. But like Uncle Sam came out and was like, play the shit that they want you to play, and then he did "Humble" and DNA. Like,
yeah.
That was like essentially like
was part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this for everybody. Like I'm doing this for me. Like
it was,
and I like that part of it. It's just and I guess like I don't know. It's just it wasn't. I guess like you said, it's like not what I was expecting, but
yeah.
That doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing.
The somebody leaked the fucking set list too.
Yeah.
And it was correct. And I'm so happy that I was listening.
It was somebody we know too.
Like that we know?
No, like somebody in the industry that we like are aware of. I forget who it was.
So I occasionally will like listen to certain parts of the Joe Budden podcast, and they were talking about it like a week or two before the Super Bowl. And when they were talking about it, I was like, I don't really like, in case there's like any truth to this, I'm just gonna like not listen. I'm gonna skip through because I just want to like enjoy it when it comes out. And then when I listened to their episode this week talking about the Super Bowl performance, they were like all, because when my understanding is when that set list got leaked, a lot of people were like, "This is a weird set list for the Super Bowl. This doesn't really make any sense." And because I think even in the leak, it had noted like, "Oh, we're gonna tease Not Like Us throughout the performance. Like we're gonna like tease that we're playing it," and they were kind of like, "That's kind of corny. Like what are we doing?" But I don't think the way that I think the way that it was presented was not corny at all. I thought it was like even more of like a hey fuck you. I want to do the song, their favorite song, but you know that they like to sue. It's like really fucking funny to me. So I don't know. It was fantastic.
It's been really fun watching people's reactions to like when he's like keeps on teasing and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like there's so many like videos of like people just waiting for it.
Yeah. I just think there's even more to dissect still. Like I keep watching it and I feel like I appreciate it more every time I watch it. There's like so many more layers to what symbolism and imagery he's using and what's going on there, and there's just so much going on.
Who's the rapper that's like a Twitch streamer now? He was like the auto-tune guy.
T-Pain?
Oh, T-Pain?
Is it T-Pain? Yeah, like his reaction to it was so funny. I don't know if
I
you've
didn't
seen
watch
his.
that.
Like,
I haven't really
so
watched
good.
anyone's reaction to it. The only thing I've listened to was parts of the Joe Budden podcast because I like hearing them talk about the Kendrick Drake shit.
It was academics that leaked the list.
Oh, okay.
He's a
clown.
Drake dick rider.
Yep. Anyways, what's our Super Bowl podcast? I need to find out. I don't know what is making this noise. It's got to be my headphones or something. What's going on? Maybe my headphones are breaking. It's like keeps making this creaking noise. Like it sounds like I'm moving my mic arm or something.
It's not coming through for me at all.
Yeah,
it must be my headphones are fucking up. It's really annoying. Yeah, it did it again. I'm not moving anything. I'm gonna unplug this for a second. Keep talking.
We weren't talking to begin with. How can we keep talking?
Well, you know,
I like staying silent when he tells us to keep talking.
Yeah,
anyway.
do it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great podcast. Anyways, what have you guys been playing this week? Anything going on?
Wait, first I want to guess who next Super Bowl performance is for points.
Oh, okay. All right. When did they announce? They'll announce it later this year, like in a few months.
It'll be. I don't remember when they announced Kendrick. I feel like it was like summertime, right?
It was summertime, yeah. Okay, Jade said there's no creaking sound coming through this end either. So yeah, something is making a fucking noise. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe it's like the telltale heart for my ears.
Yeah, solid. I'll go down and pull there.
All right, Super Bowl predictions.
September 8th, they announced Kendrick.
Do we know where the Super Bowl is next year?
We do.
Do you know off the top of your head or no?
We do, but can I use that information for my own good?
Yeah, why not?
Damn. What was the question you said?
Do we know where the Super Bowl is next year?
Where is it?
It's next year is LA.
San Francisco.
No, yeah, next year is San Francisco.
Okay. All right, what do you? Who knows? Who knows
what
they're gonna pick?
Oh, definitely gonna be Dead and Company with John Mayer.
There you go. Perfect. Lock it up.
Is that what you're guessing?
No.
Anybody get a guess?
I'm sorry, I wasn't even listening.
Who do you think is going to headline the Super Bowl show next year?
No. Wait, did they say
it's in San Francisco?
Where? San Fran. Look, I feel like there was a lot of pushback.
I was just gonna say it's gonna be like Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band or something, you know, just to appease all the like boomers that were crying.
Yeah, there was a lot of complaints. I think they're gonna try and course correct. They are going to, I
mean, it could be Journey. They're from San Fran. Those boomers would love that.
Journey featuring Styx.
Is that what you're guessing, Mike?
No.
Okay.
But it's not going to be far off from what I actually guess. It's going to be...
Oh, man, if Huey Lewis could still sing, it would be Huey Lewis in the news. Definitely.
Does anybody actually
have Imagine Dragons? Did Imagine Dragons ever perform I don't think so.
Kendrick performed so already. This is his second time performing.
I think that they're past their
Not
point.
really. He didn't headline before.
Well, he didn't headline, but they don't always have like one main act. I feel like they've done like medleys often enough. Well, not medleys, but like ensemble.
All right,
But
I'm
this
gonna
was a
guess.
headliner.
I gotta guess.
There's always one person that's like the headliner.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Dre year, Dre was the headliner, but
Yeah.
that became like an ensemble. Who you guessing, Todd?
Either Jeans or there was another person too. What was I gonna say?
I'm just happy the jeans is catching on.
Listen, I'm gonna go with the Rolling Stones. They're gonna fucking before they all die, they're gonna come in and do a fucking final concert.
All right, Todd's gonna say the Rolling Stones. Mike, what do you got?
Shit. Imagine Dragons is my joke answer. What will be my real answer? Let's go with the Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Actually, that's a good guess.
That isn't a bad guess.
Foo Fighters. Dom, what are you thinking?
Oh, you know what you gotta guess. Andy
All right,
Samberg's people.
so first I want to say that the Rolling Stones have already done a halftime show. And this
Oh, they
would
have?
be like
All right, I'm taking
this
that
would be
guess
like
away then.
this would be like their 20th anniversary
They have?
of doing that halftime show.
Oh, has it? Okay. All right, then I'm gonna go with Prince.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Prince's hologram and Tupac's hologram. Dueling it out.
Sabrina Carpenter. Lock it in.
I have.
Oh,
like,
you know what? I got mine. I'm gonna say mine's gonna be the girlies. It's gonna be a mix
What
of
are
like.
we really guessing? Because I want to move the fuck on from this segment. Are you staying with the Rolling Stones?
No. Now that I realize that they've done a Super Bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna say Charlie XCX, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, and maybe Olivia Rodrigo. Fucking quad fucking performance.
Okay, so Todd is just gonna fold his hand and get no points because he's naming.
What do you mean? I'm saying.
You're saying that
It's
all
the girl-
four of those people are gonna be there. Okay.
The girlies. You can just
girlies,
put the
girlies.
No, I'm
pop
gonna
girlies.
say all of those names, and if it's not all of
No.
them, you don't get a point.
No, absolutely not.
That's what you're guessing.
I think it's gonna be Jimmy Fallon. He's not gonna sing or dance or anything. I think he's just gonna go up there and do some jokes.
What are you thinking, Dom?
I have an idea. I don't think that he's big enough to do it by himself. But this is like partially like part of that pushback thing. My guess is going to be Post Malone.
Okay.
You know what? They haven't. I'm looking at the list right now. They haven't had like any rock. Maroon 5 is the closest thing they've had to like a rock
rock
and
is
roll.
dead,
And that was like 2019.
Post has enough of like music for like everybody. But I feel like he's like
Post Malone, Jelly Roll or Jelly Donut, whatever his name is. Fucking, who else?
All right, you're going with Post.
I'm gonna go with Post.
Okay.
I don't know if he could be the headliner, but
I'm
The
gonna.
last time
that's
they
my
had
guess.
like
That's my guess.
last time they've had a rock band actually was the Who, and that was 2010.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with
That's not
Timothy.
true.
I'm gonna go with Timothy Chalamet.
Red Hot Chili Peppers have played since 2010.
Have they? I don't think so. I'm looking right now.
Give it away
Yeah,
now, Todd. Give it away now. No, I think it's gonna be.
I mean, have you know that they've done like what I said with the girlies? Like it was Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott. Okay, Bruno Mars, Red Hot Chili Peppers was 2014. So it's like a lot of combinations. I didn't realize that they did so many of
That's
those.
what I'm saying. I feel like they've been doing
but it's
ensembles
not.
a lot.
It's not. It's Red Hot Chili Peppers were the
headliner. I think the
headliner,
Beyonce
and they
one was
brought
also
out Bruno.
Beyonce was the headliner too.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with because I actually didn't realize she hasn't done it yet until this Super Bowl. I'm gonna say Taylor. I feel like that's an easy slam dunk. I think Taylor's. No, why are you shaking your head now?
I mean, you can guess it. I feel like she'll never do it, especially
Yeah,
now that
especially after getting booed.
Especially now that she's dating
Tied.
a player.
Well, they won't be back at the Super Bowl next year, so it's fine.
I mean, she makes like the most. She's like
she's a
makes the
stadium
most
artist.
sense
You
to
know
do
what I
it.
mean? Yeah. She's a stadium artist. I mean, the only other person I could think of that I think might just be like an easy pick this far out without like knowing what the music landscape is, because not that Kendrick doesn't deserve to be the Super Bowl act, but I'm sure with the surge in popularity around what was going on last year, that may have tipped the conversation a little bit more of like, Not Like Us is the biggest fucking song right now. Like let's pull this here. I don't know. I think all of those girly acts that Todd were talking about, the girlies that he called them, I don't know if any one of them could do it themselves. I think they would have to have another like act with them. It didn't have to be one of them, but I do think that they are still like relatively, not to discredit them. I think they could all put on great shows. I just think that
Ooh. I just had another good
Yeesh.
thought.
Hit me.
I'm gonna stick with Taylor so we can get off this. What do you got, Dom?
Mike, did you guess?
Mike said
I
Foo
think
Fighters.
Foo Fighters. I
Okay.
said
Foo
Foo
Fighters.
I don't know. Is everybody aware that Jay-Z is in charge of the halftime show?
Yes.
I had heard that.
Okay. I didn't want to say that because I didn't know if it would influence people's picks. I was just thinking that Dolly would be a good headliner because she could bring out like all of those like girlies for like songs.
Yeah.
And she's probably big enough of a name herself.
Oh yeah. You want to change it to
I
that?
know.
It's not a bad pick.
No.
So Dolly and the girlies.
Are they colloquially called the girlies, Todd, or are you just calling them?
I'm just
Okay.
just calling them that.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I don't even listen to that music, so how would I know?
I'm trying to think who else is like big star. Yeah, I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of pop music, so I don't know like.
Say Charlie XCX.
Gaga's already headlined, right? Gaga's headlined the
Yeah,
Super
she
Bowl.
did a couple years ago.
Has there ever been a headliner that's headlined it twice?
I don't believe so.
Okay. And that probably makes sense. I mean, Bruno Mars has never headlined. Bruno's not a terrible pick.
He did.
I don't think he headlined it. He's been on it twice, I think, but I don't think he's ever headlined.
I'm almost positive he headlined.
No, because you said the
we
Red
were
Hot
looking
Chili
at the other
Peppers year
day.
and then the Beyonce year. I don't think he was the headliner for the Red Hot Chili Peppers year.
Bruno Mars Super Bowl halftime show 2014.
And he's still fucking relevant today. Just fucking churning out hits.
Bruno's got jams.
Oh, with special guest.
Oh,
the
no,
Red
I'm
Hot
saying
Chili
he does.
Peppers.
I'm saying he's got like a ton.
Really? It was his halftime show?
I swear they also had a halftime show.
Interesting.
Katy Perry. Headlined by Coldplay. Headlined by Lady Gaga.
Oh, actually, I'm changing my pick. It's Weezer time, baby. Let's go.
Shit.
I'm not. I'm gonna stick with Taylor. So Dom's locking in Post Malone. Mike locked in Foo Fighters. Todd is locking in the girlies, as he called them. And I'm gonna throw down Taylor Swift because why not?
I'm so confused when Todd said that there hasn't been a rock group since the Who in 2010.
Todd
because
doesn't know what he's talking about.
I've gone through Coldplay. I'm going through Maroon 5
I would not consider
right
Coldplay. I wouldn't consider either of those guys rock though. They're like pop.
now. They're a group.
Yeah, no, but it's like
I don't know. I don't.
Like
They're not
you know what I'm
hard
saying?
rock.
They're not hard rock.
Rock is
Like, which I wouldn't
it doesn't exist the way that you're trying to like describe it. Like Imagine Dragons is a rock band. But they're like,
I would consider Imagine Dragons more rock than Maroon 5.
we're talking about Coldplay. Didn't you just say Coldplay?
We said Maroon 5 and
and
Coldplay.
Maroon 5.
I'm
Dragons
looking at
more rock
Wikipedia
than-
right now, and it says Coldplay's musical style has been defined as alternative rock, compared to Radiohead and Oasis.
That tracks. But that's alternative.
That's still rock music.
They're not- What is our argument again? What's happening?
I don't
Like
fucking
I
know.
know I know I want to oppose Brenden. I just need to make sure I get my facts right.
Why do you want to oppose me? All I'm saying is I'm agreeing with Dom that there's been rock acts. Todd's like, they're not fucking playing metal music. It's not rock or whatever the fuck he's trying to say.
Okay, I'm taking my girlies pick back, even though I want to stick with
No,
that.
we're gonna
I know
move
what I'm
on
going
because
with.
this is not a
Right,
podcast about the.
but I have an
Super Bowl.
actual pick.
Sure, what's your
I'm
actual
gonna
pick?
go with Metallica.
Okay, you're changing it to that. Okay.
Give me fuel, give me
Oh,
fire.
So
give me
Todd is just gonna continue to not get points. That's I'll give
What do you mean?
I'll give you all
Todd's
of those.
winning right now. Todd is.
Well, he
Why?
ain't getting the bonus points. He ain't getting the bonus points. Tell you that.
They're a stadium band.
It's their 30th
Yeah, but, like-
year anniversary next year.
It would be
That's
it would
could
be
happen.
a shift. It would be a shift from Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. But is that what Jay wants to do?
I don't know. Is
Maybe you might want.
Is he
to,
going to
you
be
know,
Is he going to be out of jail at that point?
Yeah.
I thought that lawsuit got dropped.
I don't know.
There's
Did
10
it?
more now.
Oh, I thought it did. I don't know. Anyways, anyone playing anything this week? We're here to fucking talk about
No.
other stuff. No, Mike? Nothing.
No.
What about you, Todd?
Playing a little game called Cyberpunk.
Oh my god. Do you want to talk about it or no? You're just
No.
okay.
I haven't touched anything
you
except for
you have
that
a
all week,
fucking
though.
problem. What about you, Dom? Anything?
I haven't been playing anything.
Well, I'll jump in here there with what I've been playing. Two things. One, little game called Metaphor Refantasio, which I am very close to the end of that game. So I'm not going to talk more about that game until I finish it. But just know, it's really fucking good. Like, really fucking good. But the other game I've been playing, which is a game I'm going to do a little review recap for right now, is a game called Afterlove EP, which came out today if you're watching us live. It's still making that fucking noise in my headphones. It's driving me insane. It is a like very lightly rhythm game. Less rhythm than I anticipated. I thought it had more rhythm elements to it. But I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this game. It is like a little visual novel-y. It has a little bit of side-scrolling, like traversing of this area that you're in. It's, I don't know how much it resembles the actual city of Jakarta, but it takes place in Jakarta, Indonesia, and you're like playing this little slice of the main character Rama's life, where he is part of a band. Basically, without spoiling anything story-wise, the main thing going on here is you're in this band. Game starts off, your girlfriend dies. She passes away. Time skip, I think it's a year. And you're basically living like a year later. The game takes place like within a month-ish, I think. Yeah, a month time frame of like a year later of the main character who you play as, Rama, dealing with that grief and that loss of his girlfriend, trying to make band stuff happen, trying to make other life stuff happen. There's a little bit of dating sim elements with different characters. There's different. I have only played it one time. There are, I think, multiple endings, so I don't know. You can make other choices that affect certain things, but you can choose to spend your time with who you want and what you want to do, and you can choose to go to therapy on certain days and like talk about these things. And I think the game is overall does a good job of trying to tackle some of these themes of grief and loss and moving on. I don't think it's really a spoiler to say. So the main character loses their girlfriend. Throughout the game, your girlfriend is like talking to the main character in their head. So like they're having this dialogue and relationship throughout the game internally, while the main character is also just trying to like figure out how to move on with their life. And like I said, I think it overall, at least for me, like it some of the things it hits on, I think it does in thoughtful ways. I think it handles some of these things in an interesting manner. I think that it does a pretty decent job of showing how different people involved with this type of loss have reactions to it, whether it's the person that was in the relationship, the friends around it, or other people. I think it's does a pretty decent job for what the game is of like showing those different perspectives and how everyone kind of gets affected. I think it's a pretty good commentary on grief. I enjoyed my time with it. The game itself is a little sloppy at times. The rhythm segments are fun, but they're not like anything, super special in the rhythm department, which was probably one of my bigger letdowns. It wasn't like a thing that like upset me or made me mad about the game or anything, but I wish there was a little bit more to the rhythm elements of it. But the game is gorgeous. I don't know if it's all hand drawn or not, but it looks like it's hand drawn, and all of that stuff, the visual novel stuff where you're talking to other characters and like choosing dialogue options, all great artwork. The world is all great artwork, but the music segments when you are playing the music, and it's like kind of feels like a music video, or like kind of feels like Rock Band, where it's like the camera's moving around to different band members like playing their instruments and stuff, and like sometimes it'll like point at like random things like their feet. Like it's just like, I don't know, it's like very well presented in that way, and I liked it a lot. Like it did really interesting visual choices that I think work really well in this game. But it's yeah, I don't know. I think if I had to put a score on it, which I will, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Like I think it's a pretty solid experience. I definitely enjoyed my time with it. I think that it is a pretty decent conversation about grief and dealing with loss, that I'm actually kind of curious to see what the other outcomes are and how different the other endings are. I don't know if I'll play through myself or just look them up on YouTube or something, but I'm intrigued to see how the other paths of the game sort of conclude. But yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed my time with it. It's the last game from the creator of Coffee Talk, who passed away. Mohammed Fahmy. So it was. I don't think they finished the game. So there was another small Indonesian studio, I believe, that like finished the game with, his work in mind. So I know a lot of people are Coffee Talk fans, and a lot of people are Fahmy fans. So if that is something that you enjoy, I think you'd probably enjoy this game.
Yeah, he passed away from an asthma attack. That's fucking terrible. Damn.
Yep. So, but it's good. It's a good game. I enjoyed it. I think it's out on everything. I think it's out on all 3 major platforms, including PC. So I think you should be able to play it pretty much anywhere if you have Xbox, Switch, PS5, or a Steam machine. But yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. I think it was a pretty solid 7. So definitely check that out if that's sounds interesting to you. Anyone else got anything else they want to talk about before we wrap things up?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good time to bring us into the actual leaderboard for the end of the episode. But before we do that and play the game and get out of here, It's you know what it sounds like? It sounds like someone's fucking reeling in like a fishing rod. That's what's going on in my head this whole episode. I don't understand what's making the noise. And I can see it now, I think. No, and actually, I don't actually know
Your
if it's
audio
doing that.
levels.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it is lighting up my audio levels or if it's just actually the headset that's like creaking. But before we play the game, wrap things up, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 458 of the Pass Control Podcast. We appreciate you. If you're a fan of the show, friend of the show, tons of ways to support us. But the easiest way to do that and the freest way to do that is to just head on over to your podcast platform, wherever you're listening to the show right now. Just quickly leave us a 5-star review. It is super helpful in helping us grow the show, getting more people out there in podcast land to listen to the show and find us and discover us. So we really appreciate it wherever you are, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other place that you're listening to the show, to just leave us a quick 5-star review. It is super duper beneficial, and we would appreciate you immensely if you did that. If you want to see all the things that we do, any other ways to support us, you can just go to www.passthecontroller.io. You'll find everything we do, whether it's written reviews, other written pieces, podcasts, episodes, drink recipes, whatever we do, everything is there. So you want to find us on social media, you want to find other ways to support us, buy merchandise, all these other things, all that stuff can be found there. If you are an audio listener, as a reminder, we do record the show live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller. So if you want to catch the show live, you can head over there. If you can't catch it live, but you still want to watch the show, you can go to youtube.com and just type in Pass the Control Podcast and you'll find us over there. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the game. Actually, before we get into the game, apparently Drake put out a fucking album today with...
Dude, it's so fucking good.
I haven't
All
listened.
some sexy songs.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
listening to that.
I like heard someone playing something and it was like something on the Ice Cool like Gretzky, and I'm like, oh man, this is the lamest shit ever.
Well,
I
he's
was like,
fucking
what is
lame.
this?
But I
lame.
did see a few different like accounts post just like lyrics that were clearly talking about the beef. And this one says, "Fuck a rap beef. I'm trying to get the party lit." Okay, dude. Like,
Yeah, right.
you got fucking demolished.
Yeah, right.
There was another one that I saw. Let me see if I can pull it up quick. What did he say? I don't know if I can find it quick. I don't know. Whatever. They're fucking clowns. He's a fucking clown. Fuck Drake. Anyways. So we'll do the Metacritic game. Meta gaming the meta, whatever the fuck I call it.
Oh.
Something like that. Let me pull up 3 games. The way this game works is I pick 3 games, I pull up their Metacritic score, and we'll go off the most reviewed platform. Whoever gets the closest gets the point. If anyone gets a bullseye, they get double the pointies. Let's see what we got here. Let's go with... Mike, pick a year.
2010. I feel like I've done that before. I don't care.
That's fine.
It's not my game.
Let's see. 2010. Okay. We are going to go with... Released on November 30th in 2010 for the Nintendo Wii, Disney's Epic Mickey. Based on 78 critic reviews for the Nintendo Wii. Mike, what do you think Epic Mickey did?
76.
Okay. Todd, what do you think Epic Mickey did?
What did Mike say?
76.
All right. Well, I was gonna say 78, but I'm gonna say 80.
80? Okay.
Yeah.
Don, what are you thinking?
81.
81. Well, Mike is the closest with a 73, so Mike gets the first point of the evening.
23, wow.
Since Mike is in last, we're going to just stick with the 2010s, and we're going to move on to...
Don't have to.
No, we're gonna move
Thanks a
on
lot,
to
Mike.
October 20th, 2010. Released on virtually most of the platforms, it looks like, that were out at the time. But we're going to go off of the most reviewed platform, which was the Xbox 360. This is Super Meat Boy. Todd, what do you think Super Meat Boy did in 2010?
Super Meat Boy.
I'm going to go with an 83.
83? Okay. Don, what do you think Super Meat Boy has for a Metacritic score?
88.
88.
You piece of shit.
Mike, take us home. We got 83, 88. What did Super Meat Boy do?
I was literally thinking 88 just now.
You let him in your head.
It's 88.
But
I feel like I got it.
You gonna split the
No,
diff?
I
Or you're gonna go high or low?
What if you bullseye and Dom gets the bullseye and you could have had it?
I need to get myself a fucking Magneto helmet is what I need. 89.
Okay. With an 83, an 88, and an 89, someone was one off from a bullseye, and it was Mike
Well, it's-
with back-to-back points. It was a
Ooh,
90.
90, wow.
People love Meat Boy, baby. Let's see. We'll finish the 2010s with... Let's look. I'm actually curious what the score is myself, so we're going to do this. Ooh, wow. Released 4 days earlier. I think the other game was the 30. Oh, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Also released in October of 2010. We're going to go off of, again, the Xbox 360 review scores for Rock Band 3. Rock Band 3.
Ooh.
Dom, what do you think Rock Band 3 has for a Metacritic score on the Xbox 360?
I don't know how these games reviewed.
Yeah,
really.
same.
I'm gonna go with Rock Band 3. I'm gonna go with 84.
Okay. Mike, what do you think Rock Band 3 took home?
Rock Band 3. That was the last one before it went on the huge hiatus and then they gave us a Rock Band.
I feel like Rock Band 3 was peak Rock Band. I could be wrong. Or no, actually, Beatles was peak Rock Band.
Let's see. What we got on this track list for Rock Band 3? We got T-Rex, 20th Century Boy. We got Chicago, 25 for 6-4. Pony Hawks. I'm not going to read all of these. I'm just going to skip through. Let's see. We got Been Caught Stealing, Jane's Addiction, Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, Break On Through to the Other Side from the Doors. What else we got? We got Cold as Ice from Foreigner, Crazy Train. I think Crazy Train was in the intro too. I think that was the intro to the game, right? They're on a train, I think.
I forgot the games had intros.
Let's see what else we got. We got Don't Stand So Close to Me by The Police. You got Du Hast. Tears for
shit.
Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Get Up, Stand Up. This is a pretty good fucking set list, if you ask me.
Good set list. This is a really good set list. 70.
Are you going with a 70?
No.
The White Stripes, The Hardest Button to Button. The Who, I Can See for Miles. James Brown, I Got You.
All right, Mike, let's go. Come on.
John Lennon,
I know.
Imagine. This was, I think this is the only way. I think the only way to have Imagine in Rock Band is if you carried forward Rock Band 3 to each iteration. I don't think it ever went back into the shop.
Imagine all the people.
Paramore, Misery Business.
Oh, whatever makes you break. But I
I'm trying
got
to-
it when I want it now.
Flaming Lips, Yoshimi Battle for the Pink Robots Part 1.
There you see me.
David Bowie, Space Oddity. Was Maps not this game? Was Maps must have been 2.
I think Maps was first. I think Maps
Really?
was in the first Rock Band. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was. Dom said 80 something, right? You said like
Dom said 84.
84. I do not think he's far off. I just don't know if I should go up or lower. 85 is too close. Let's just go 80. Let's go 86.
86, okay. Todd, what are you thinking? We got 86, we got 84. Rock Band 3 for the Xbox 360 2010.
I'm gonna go with a 9-0.
Wow. Locking in a
Wasn't
90?
this like the last? Wait, now you can be second guessing things.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm asking if you're
No,
locking in a 90.
I'm gonna go with 100. Yeah, I'll lock in a 90.
Todd's going to lock in a 90. Well, let me tell you. One person's closest and one person's furthest away, and one person is just
Bullseye?
not there.
No bullseye.
No bullseyes. But with 8 critic reviews on the DS, Rock Band 3 has a 79. With 10 critic reviews on the Wii, Rock Band has a 91.
Oh,
With
wow.
34 critic reviews on the PS3, Rock Band 3 has a 91. But with 57 critic reviews on the Xbox 360, Todd is the closest with a 93.
Damn.
Wow.
Listen, Rock Band 3 was the
was great.
fucking GOAT, baby.
That's what got me into those games. That was like the first one I played.
I like anytime people
And you saw
talk
how
about
good
the-
I was at fucking PAX after learning.
Yeah. Anytime anyone talks about Guitar Hero is a different animal. I don't know anything about Guitar Hero in terms of this, but like when it comes to Rock Band always had the option to if you own the previous one, to import that library into the next game. So to me, that always just made the next Rock Band the best Rock Band because you just had the library. So because I don't think there were really modes that didn't exist, like that were in a Rock Band 2 that weren't in 3, right? I don't think that was even the case. Right?
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. For me, Rock Band just got better with each iteration. But I am curious now. Rock Band 2 has a 92. And Rock Band has a 92. Damn, Rock Band just fucking... What's considered the best Guitar Hero game? 3?
I don't know.
Oh, no, not according to Metacritic, at least. Guitar Hero 1 has a 91. Guitar Hero 2 has a 92. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock has an 85. Is there not a Guitar Hero 4? Do they just change the name after
World
that?
Tour.
World Tour is number 4. That is also an 85. Guitar Hero 5 is an 85. Then there's like the band-specific ones that all actually score pretty... They're all in the 70s, except for Metallica's in 84. Probably because they're going to do the halftime show. And then Guitar Hero Live has an 80. I always wanted to play Guitar Hero Live. I like the idea of it. I like the concept of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did none of us ever play it?
I probably played it at like a store kiosk.
That was the one where it was like a real audience, like a real crowd was like, that's what it was, right?
I think I had like
No,
the real
Live was,
video
like-
playing.
Yeah. And there's like a channel that you could like turn on and it would just play songs. You would just play like
Whatever was
yeah.
playing at the time.
Interesting. Yeah, well, you know. Okay, well, score update. That puts us with Mike getting a big old 2 points. That'll put him up to 6. Todd getting a point, putting up to 10. This is a interesting turn of events as we end the week. Todd is in first place with 10 points. Mike is in second place with 6 points. And
Bizarro
Dom
world.
is in third with 5 points. Are we watching the dynasty collapse? Or is Dom gonna fucking be like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter and just march down the field and take this shit back? We'll find out. Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z. We appreciate you. Thank you. We'll see you next time.